320 grams, 360 grams, and 500 grams for all retailers. All other Findus products have been tested and are not affected. We understand that this is a very sensitive subject for consumers, and we would like to reassure you we have reacted immediately. We do not believe this is to be a food safety issue. This is a quote taken directly from the ITV's website when they had to conduct an interview. Findus has stated that they were confident that they had resolved the issue with regards to their supply chain, and had stated that any unhappy customers were entitled to a full refund. Customer relations in this case, from this infographic, if you can, Findus have not reviewed their supply chain properly, and therefore have been reactive in the process to the problem that had engulfed the company. Had they had a tighter grip on their supply chain, then they may have been proactive. They could have been held accountable for not managing their business operations correctly. However, the French food supplier Comigo has since stated that their processing company Spank Hero had sold them horse meat labelled as beef knowingly, whose license had been temporarily suspended during the actual inquiry. To restore confidence within its stakeholders, Findus haven't done anything to cover themselves in glory. In February 2013, City editor Mark Kleinman stated the management of Findus UK had been slow to react to the scandal over contaminated ready meals, and has dealt incompetently with the public relations aspect of the crisis, according to one of the company's main shareholders. The stakeholder in question, Lyndon Lee, a partner of the private equity firm Lion Capital, who acquired Findus in 2008 in a deal worth £1.1 billion, had felt the manner in which Findus had gone about restoring faith with the public was poor. A quote saying, within hours of finding out, I sent an email to the chairman stating that Findus needed to step forward and accept responsibility, apologise to the consumer, restore trust in the brand, and be very visible in managing this crisis. Findus took advice from its public relations advisor Burson Marsteller, who gave exactly the opposite advice and felt this was an industry issue and not a Findus issue. Marketing mix and CRM. Findus has only given customers the opportunity to have a full refund on their products. With an immediate apology, but didn't act properly in an attempt to rid the stain that had rapidly ingrained itself on their brand. This could have been due to the fact that the meat only produced 1/3 of their revenue. No reductions had been made on their products, nor any special promotions to aid the rebuild of customer faith within the brand. They could have easily offered an event-driven marketing strategy. With the case at hand, it could have been suggested that for those who had gotten in contact with Findus about a refund on contaminated purchases, they could get a certain amount off their next shop with Findus products. Shareholders had been vocal about their displeasure in the manner which the company had handled the scenario which regards to public relations. However, they have not acted upon them by trying to shift the shares at a cut price. Moreover, they have actually given their backing to the company. A few companies had pulled stock of Findus products temporarily. However, they have since reintroduced them back into their stores. A service failure recovery strategy could have helped in this scenario also, as again offering to go that extra mile for the customer who were affected by this would have helped to regain some confidence within their customers. Although the company does not deal directly with the customers, it would be the retailers who stock their goods who'd have to be made assured that the products that will be sent out again will not have a repeat of this fiasco. The marketing mix and CRM developed through the following headers: trigger, engage, exchange, and return on income. Trigger would be the means which Findus would grab the attention of their consumer. This would be done through advertising within retail stores which stock their products. In this case, even an even driven communication may bear fruit. As with the scandal, they could offer customers special promotions in order to gain their confidence once again. Um Engaging with customers and making them more making them the center of what the business is about. Findus deals primarily with other businesses to keep stock of their goods. As one of as one could say their first port of call would be to re-engage with their lost retailers through the scandal. However, showing that they have taken more care and control over the supply chain would lend itself to a tighter business operations, exemplifying that the business is looking to move forward after the incident rather than backwards. The exchange of products in return for the confidence with consumers would be vital. Findus would need to be 110% sure they have a better understanding of where their meat is being sourced from. And with this knowledge in mind, they can be more confident that their ready meals that they are offering customers is of what their label states. This will all inevitably lead to return on investment, and with clever advertising and a rich mix of customer-driven communications, such as event-driven communications, this may lead to an increased market share with the growing confidence back in the company's foods. Building a future with IMC. IMC can bring longevity to Findus. For Findus, the correct use of advertising would help build awareness of the brand. The company has never had a prominence in the consumer advertising market like its competitors such as Birdseye. However, due to the unwanted advertising through media coverage of the horse meat scandal, they may look into methods of advertising direct to the customer to regain their confidence. This could be done through TV ads, billboards, and even through paper adverts. Having follow-up adverts with consumers can then relate to will help further integrate the customer base with Findus and its brand image, as the manner in which the adverts are designed will influence their perception of the company. Now, to summarise, Findus had made a meal in trying to stabilise a rocking ship. Quite ironically, there were plenty of opportunities for Findus to communicate with their dumbfounded customers. However, they did not use this time efficiently enough, and in turn end up losing a chunk of the market. Not to mention the contracts with other businesses who brought in their products in bulk. Should they have reacted swiftly enough, they may have spotted these opportunities to rebuild the confidence with businesses and customers. Knowing that the majority of the revenue is generated elsewhere, the ready meal meat category should not have been neglected in the manner it was. With tighter supply chain operations, they could possibly have foreseen this fiasco developing, and it would have had time to react to prevent it. One of the only things which did not completely sustain the brand was the fact that the contaminated products weren't putting people's health at risk. Therefore, it allowed Findus to communicate with that within the statement of apology, relieving some anxiety in customers who'd already purchased them. So, for your references, and thank you for listening to this presentation. This has been Shahir, and this has been Findus and IMC.